Issue 23. What would you do if... As years go by, more evidence comes to light of the reasoning ability of various animal species. So what separates them from us? Perhaps it is the human capacity not only to recognize and respond to reality, but also to imagine that which does not exist. We can put ourselves into hypothetical situations. We can picture alternative explanations and solutions. In our mind's eye, we can see that which has never been seen. As a result, we are capable of creating paintings, poems, stories, symphonies, and sculptures. We have the ability to invent the wheel and the rocket ship, the zipper and the computer chip. We can construct laws and systems of morality. We can count with imaginary numbers that do not exist in nature, but which actually describe the fundamental working of the universe. Human imagination is not only the fountainhead of our cultural and technical development, but also our hopes and dreams of the future, a future that includes our next moment and the rest of eternity. And it all begins with two simple words. What if? What does it mean? 1. Mind's eye. 2. We can put ourselves into hypothetical situations. 3. We can picture alternative explanations and solutions. Comprehension. 1. In what way are animals unlike humans? 2. If I asked you to put yourself in a hypothetical situation, what is it that I want you to do? 3. What invention would you like to see in your lifetime? Why?
Teen Talk. One. What would you do if you found a wallet with a lot of money inside? 2. If you never have enough pocket money and your parents won't give you a raise, what would you do? 3. If you saw a kid drowning, what would you do? Would you immediately dive into the water to rescue him? 4. If you saw someone shoplifting, what would you do? Would you alert security or just pretend nothing was happening, or do something else? 5. If it cost your family a month's wages to save the life of your ailing dog, and your parents were ready to let it die, what would you do? 6. If you won a lottery, what would you do with the money? Would you share some with your friends, support a charity? Why or why not? 7. What would you do if you knew doomsday was less than a year away? Let's talk more. 1. What would happen if these had not been invented? A. TV. B. Refrigerator. C. Air conditioner. D. Eyeglasses. E. Microwave oven. F. Vacuum cleaner. G. Fast food restaurant. H. Compass. I. Electricity. J. Law. K. The Internet. Let's talk more. 2. What would happen if these were to be invented? A. A time machine. B. Lie detector with 100% precision. C. Health panacea. D. Air or water-powered car. E. mind-reading machine. Let's talk more. 3. What would they say if they could speak? A. The earth. B. Your pet. C. Your family car. D. Your smartphone. E. Your computer. F. Your room. G. Your body. H. Your ancestors. Opinion samples. 1. It is not my job to provide security in a department store. If the owners are concerned about theft, it is up to them to take adequate steps to eliminate the problem. If I thought I saw a shoplifter, I might be mistaken, and I would not want to file a false report that could embarrass or jeopardize an innocent person. For me to intervene would not only be inappropriate, it might also lead to further interference in my own private life if I had to be questioned by police or appear in court. I say, let the people who get paid to do this sort of thing do their jobs and leave the rest of us alone. Questions. 1. What if you saw someone being mugged in the park at night? Would you feel any obligation to intervene? 2. Do you realize that shoplifting causes the price of goods to go up for everyone, including yourself? Isn't trying to prevent theft in your own self-interest then?
Opinion samples 2. If I knew that I had just 1 year to live, I would make sure I did the things I wanted while I still had the chance. I would spend some time in Paris and read the great books I never got around to. I would master the art of cooking and indulge myself in the enjoyable bad habits I had always avoided to stay healthy, since doing so would no longer matter. But mostly, I would spend time with my dearest relatives and closest friends. They are the reason for living after all. But what if we are talking about something other than a personal doomsday? What if we are talking about a giant meteoroid destroying our planet next year? What if nobody could survive? In that case, I would not wait a year. I would extravagantly celebrate my relationships and then make sure I was not around when the end came. I would not want to lose those closest to me in such a sudden, violent manner. Questions. 1. Would you want to know when you were going to die? Why or why not? 2. If you knew someone close to you only had a short time left to live, would you want to shield that person from that knowledge? Explain your response.
Dialogue.
You're so quiet. What are you doing?
I'm writing a story, but I don't know how to end it.
Can I help?
Sure.
What's the story about?
There's been an accident. A small boat has just struck an iceberg.
That's exciting. What happens next?
The main character has a tiny lifeboat, but there's only a little bit of room left, and there are only 2 other survivors.
Okay, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is who to save. There's only room left in the boat for one of them.
Wow, who are the 2 survivors?
One of them is the man's own big dog. It's been his pet since he was a young boy, so he feels deep attachment to it. It's like part of his family. He can never forgive himself if he allowed it to drown.
What about the other one?
It's a badly injured man who is unconscious, so he'll never even know if he isn't saved.
So the hero has to choose between his own dog and an unconscious human?
It's more complicated than that. The hero and the unconscious man got into a big argument the night before. They were playing cards, and the hero thinks the other fellow is a cheat.
So the hero loves his dog and dislikes the other man?
Right.
Then why is there a problem?
Are you kidding? Isn't saving the life of a human being, even one you hate, more important than saving the life of a beloved dog?
I see your point.
So the hero has to choose between his personal feelings and his moral convictions.
How's the story going to end?
I don't know. I thought you were going to help me.
Questions. 1. Does this sound like an interesting story to you? Why or why not? 2. Do you think it is a realistic scenario? 3. How would you end the story? Who should the hero save? Read and discuss. Spend it while you can. This is a true story about a millionaire in Great Britain. Except for his wealth, he was an ordinary man who led a normal life. But suddenly, he fell sick and was diagnosed with incurable cancer. The doctor told him his days were numbered and he should prepare for the end. So he decided to enjoy his life to the fullest. He had always wanted to see the world, so he resigned from his company and sold his home and investments. Because he was interested only in enjoying his final days, he traveled everywhere first class and stayed only in 5-star hotels. He dined in the finest restaurants and went to all the cultural attractions. In less than a year, he had spent his entire fortune, but he still felt fine. So he went to a free health clinic to see how much longer he had to live. The new doctor found he had been wrongly diagnosed the first time. There was nothing seriously wrong with him after all. But now he was penniless, homeless, and jobless. Questions. 1. Who do you feel bears the brunt of responsibility, the doctor or the ex-millionaire? 2. Which is more important, today or tomorrow? 3. If you knew you were going to die soon, how would you spend your final days?
Pictures talk. 1. Questions. 1. Do you believe that heaven and hell exist? If so, where would you probably go if you died today? 2. What if you thought your friends and relatives were going to go to hell? Would you want to go with them? 3. What would be the ideal criteria for determining if a person were to go to heaven or hell?
2. Questions. 1. Do you believe in an afterlife? Why or why not? 2. Do you believe in reincarnation? Why or why not? 3. If you had another chance, what would you like to be in your next life? Why? What's your advice? 1. Help! I'm caught between the two people I care the most about. I love my boyfriend, and he's always very kind and considerate to me. I don't think he has ever been unfaithful to me. But lately he seems to have taken a lot of interest in my best girlfriend. We've known each other all our lives and we share everything. But she seems to enjoy all the attention he's giving her. Does she want to share him too? Is his interest in her innocent, or is he flirting with her? Are they both going to betray me soon? Should I be stoical about this and let events take their course, or should I try to take control of the situation first? If I am wrong, and it really is innocent behavior, do I want to risk losing my relationships to both of them? I don't know what to do.
2. I'm an only child. My parents support me very well and let me have almost anything I want. But they often say they plan to live with me even after I'm grown up and married. They say, we have economically sacrificed a great deal to provide for you, so you have to take care of us when we get old. It's only fair. But I disagree with that idea. I love my parents and, of course, I want to take care of them. But I also want to live my own life, and that means living separately from them and taking care of my own interests as well as theirs. I think they should be more reasonable in their expectations and less selfish. What do you think?